You're listening to the Life Coaching Secrets Podcast, episode 126. Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets. What's up, coaches? In this episode, I'm going to talk about some of the more unique reasons why someone would decide to become a coach. Now, there's an assumption that if you decide to get certified as a coach, that therefore you must then start a coaching business and do it full time. And this is absolutely not true, just like it's not true when you go to college and receive a certain degree or choose a certain major. You're not bound to work in that industry or do work that's aligned with your major for the rest of your life, right? As I know for most of my friends and the people I know, they are doing work that has nothing to do with what they majored in college. But imagine if we had that pressure that we put on ourselves, that what we study in college needs to be the work that we do for the rest of our life. So in this episode, I want to talk about more unique and less spoken reasons why people decide to become certified coaches and also invest in coach training. Now, of course, one of the reasons, the one you probably hear about the most, is that people want to have a career in coaching. They want to start their own coaching business. Maybe they want to have more freedom and flexibility in their life. They want to have more autonomy in the work they do, be their own boss, create value for people, and have total flexibility in how they live their life and how they earn their income, and also the way in which they help people. So that's all amazing and that's all wonderful and it's all possible. But maybe you're not really sure that that's for you, because truthfully, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And I think it's important to normalize that it's okay to not create a coaching business, even if you are a coach. You don't have to do that. Now, inside Thriving Coach Academy, we give you all the resources to do it if it's something that you desire, but we're not going to force someone to start a coaching business if they don't want to. So I want to share with you what are a handful of the more unique reasons that are why people become coaches, and they are just as valid and they are just as meaningful as if someone wants to become a coach to have their own business. Reason number one is for your own personal transformation. So this is really, really big. A lot of people decide they want to become coaches because they want to overcome some kind of challenge in their own life. And I think this is incredible. So you don't have to have the perfect life in order to then become a coach and inspire others. You will experience through proper coach training that you're going to have your own personal transformation in your own life. For me, when I got started as a coach, I knew that I wanted to become a coach to start a business, but I also knew that I had a lot of insecurities, and I wanted to address those when I went through coach training. At the time that I pursued coach training, I was afraid to share my voice with others. I would have never imagined when I started out my coach training that I would have a podcast and I would do public speaking all around the world. I never would have imagined that would have been possible, because I had a deep insecurity about the way my voice sounded, and also in thinking I didn't have much value to offer to the world. So I saw coach training as, in addition to being a lucrative career path in learning how to sell coaching to others, I also would learn how to use the skill of coaching on myself and receive coaching from my peers and use that to address things that I was stuck on. So for challenges that you have right now, maybe you struggle with anxiety, maybe you feel stuck in your life, maybe you have certain health challenge that you haven't resolved, or some different challenges with relationships that you feel blocked on, or difficulties with your career and your finances that you'd like to also improve. Coaching can be the solution for your own personal transformation. And you don't have to do anything with that, right? You can just transform and enjoy that transformation and then let the people in your life benefit from the evolved version of you. You don't have to go out there and monetize it and sell your story and help other people get that same transformation. Like, that's all fine if you want to, but you don't need to do that. So it's totally okay to invest in coach training for yourself, just for the impact that it's going to have on you. And it doesn't have to be all about the coaching you're going to offer to others. So what if you saw becoming a coach as you becoming the best version of yourself? And this is we hear this actually quite a bit in the academy. We do have a lot of students that say, I just want to apply coaching to my own life and I want to transform. I want to grow. I value growth. I value transformation. And this is something that I see really benefiting me. So that's one reason that people may decide to become a coach, for their own personal transformation. And when I went through coach training, it was really incredible. I learned tools that allowed me to overcome all those insecurities, all the lack of confidence that I had, all of those different limiting beliefs I had about myself and what I had to offer. I was able to bust through all of those. And yes, I created a successful business as a coach, but I also go to bed at night and I have gratitude for learning the skill of coaching because of how it transformed just who I am as a person and how it impacted the way that I show up in relationships and show up with all different elements of my life. So there's the personal transformation that you receive from coaching that is often undiscussed, but is so incredibly valuable. Another reason that someone might decide to become a coach is because you want to build meaningful connections and create a sense of community. So for the community and the connection. Now, depending on what kind of coach training program you go with, some of them might be more self-study, where you go through courses or lessons on your own, and it's more of an individual journey. But for others, like Thriving Coach Academy, community and connection is very big for us. It's something we value so much. And think about the type of space you'd be in, right? Whenever you are in a classroom setting where you're with others that are goal-oriented and they are mindful, they're kind, they're respectful, they're supportive, they're encouraging, right? Having a community like that can transform your life. It can open up so many new friendships, business partnerships, relationships. And you can meet people that will forever change the path that you're on in your life right now. And when I went through coach training as well, I met people that transformed my life just from even the most simple conversations. And there are many of those people to this day that I still am in touch with and have very, very close relationships with. And this was like over a decade ago now that I had met many of these individuals. So especially in your adult years too, you might find that sometimes you feel a bit lonely, or you feel like some of the groups or social settings you're in right now, they don't really encourage you to thrive, right? Maybe you just kind of go through the motions with them, or it's kind of the same old conversation. It may be superficial or shallow, and you want to have more depth and meaning in your connections with others. So being in a community like a coach community is a way for you to meet like-minded individuals who want to support you, that have exciting things going on in their life, or just simply enjoy having a deep conversation, and they know what it's like to be really seen, and they know what it's like to be really heard, and they're able to offer and extend that to you as well. So we have a lot of coaches in the academy who say that the simple access they have to the community and the connection with others is the most valuable part for them. And for that, I think that's beautiful. So if you want to pursue anything, and it's simply because you want to connect with people that share similar values and interests and passions to you, that is such an amazing reason to pursue something. And it's definitely a very valid reason for you to become a coach, because you want to be immersed in a coaching community. We have many of our graduates who, even beyond finishing their certification, they still have full access to our training in our classroom, because there's lifetime access to our programs. You can always come back and reattend modules and lessons and business mentorship calls for no additional cost. You can keep reattending. So we have a lot of our students take advantage of that, and they come back in the classroom even after they graduate, because they just want to meet more amazing people, and they love the energy of it. They love the energy being around people that are looking to make a difference in the world, people that are optimistic, they're energetic, and really kind and supportive. So the community and the connection, I mean, this is something that can extend your lifespan. There's been a lot of studies done on having healthy relationships and community can extend your lifespan by several years. So it's definitely something that is to not be discredited. Another reason why someone might want to become a coach and benefit from becoming a coach is because of how they can apply coaching to their current career. Okay, so we have many students who don't want to pursue and create their own coaching business, but they want to take coaching and they want to use it to enhance and further the current career path they're on, or they want to use it to expand on the current offerings they have for their clients. So for example, there might be professionals who work in mental health, like social workers or psychologists or therapists, and they want to learn the skill of coaching to expand on the ways they can support their clients so they can make their work even more personalized and provide more approaches to their clients' challenges that are going to help them in different areas. So it's a way you can add another tool to your toolkit if you work with people. But even if you don't work in mental health, perhaps you are working a corporate job, and maybe you want to expand your leadership capacity, or maybe you have a team right now, maybe you're even in an executive role. You want to learn coaching in a way to better engage and connect with your team and inspire others and lead with more confidence and integrity. And coaching is an amazing skill to have to make you a better decision maker, to enhance the way you communicate with others, and to create a tighter environment in your work setting. So there's so many ways in which you can apply coaching to your current career path that's going to expand possibilities for you and also further you in your career that you're in right now. We have a lot of coaches who decide they don't want to have their own business. They love their career, but they want to show up with this extra skill set because they see it's going to benefit the career path that they're in right now. And then finally, the last more unique reason that someone might decide to become a coach that has nothing to do with growing a coaching business is because of a life transition that you are navigating. So sometimes when I talk with prospective students thinking of joining Thriving Coach Academy, they'll say, well, I'm kind of in this place right now where I think I need coaching because I'm going through a lot of change in my life. I'm just trying to figure out what is my purpose and where is it I want to go next in my life. So if you've got a lot of significant change and transition that you're experiencing or that is on the way, then coaching will help you navigate any kind of transition that you're going through. So maybe you don't know for sure if you want to do coaching as your career. However, by receiving coaching and by learning the coaching process, this will expand your own awareness in knowing you how to navigate a transition in your life, knowing how to embrace that next step for you, figuring out maybe you're looking for the next career for you and you're not sure, or you're looking to retire and you're trying to figure out what do you want your retirement to look like, or just overall you're redefining yourself and your identity. Coaching is an amazing process for you to explore that and bring your fullest awareness to your life transition as you're going through any significant change. So whatever kind of transition you're going through right now, coaching is the answer for you to navigate that in the best possible way. Whether you decide to go through coach training and become a coach to start a business, or just to have clarity on where you're going to go in your life, or how you're going to apply coaching to your current career, or how it is you're going to embrace and connect with a new community, or how it is you're going to use coaching to overcome a personal challenge that you've been going through. All of those reasons are just as valid as another. And hopefully this releases any pressure on yourself you feel if you've been considering becoming a coach because you feel called to it, but maybe the business side doesn't really appeal to you yet. Now, it's okay, because maybe it might later at some point down the line, you decide, you know what, I do want to monetize the skill of coaching and start my own business. But what if for right now you thought of what are at least the initial benefits that learning the skill of coaching could give you? Maybe it's just, I'm going to at least be immersed in a new community with really amazing new people that are like-minded, and that's going to bring my life so much more connection. Or maybe it's, I'm going to learn how to transform as a person. I'm going to learn how to overcome some of my own challenges, and that's exciting in itself. And then it's like all that pressure to make all this money as a coach goes away. And through that, you can just decide with clarity if you even want to add that on. And then if you do, it just becomes the cherry on top of the already delicious, wonderful cake. Okay, so remember that with any decision in life, right, you can have your own reasons, and those reasons, as long as you like them, they're valid for you. Don't compare yourself to others and think just because a lot of other people are pursuing something for a certain reason doesn't mean that you also have to have those same reasons as well, right? Like you might decide to go to the gym and get in shape because you want to compete in a weightlifting competition, right? Maybe you see a lot of people doing that. Well, just because everyone else is doing that doesn't mean that you can still go to a gym and sign up for a gym membership just because you want to meet other people that share an interest in strength training, right? Or have a passion for fitness, right? That's just as valid as the people that are going to the gym to participate in the bodybuilding or weightlifting competition, whatever it is. A perfect example of this is last year. It was kind of when things were still under lockdown. There were still a lot of COVID restrictions. I decided I wanted to invest in a real estate course and get my license in real estate. And I went through this very extensive course. And I got myself my real estate license in the state of North Carolina. But the whole entire time, I never had the desire to have a business in real estate. Now, probably over 90% of the people in the course, because I connected and talked with a lot of people, they were in that because they wanted to start a career in real estate. Like they were looking to get out of a career they didn't like, and that's what they were wanting to pursue. That was their passion. For me, it wasn't really a passion. It was just, I was intrigued by the topic. I was looking to start investing and purchasing my own property in that year. And I thought it would be great information for me to know information about real estate. And I have no regrets for doing it. I invested a bunch of money into that course, and I invested a lot of time into making sure I could pass the exam, all the studying and all that. I mean, it did take up a good chunk a few years ago, a good chunk of my free time, and I have no regrets for it. I just decided to pursue it because I wanted to learn something new, right? So just the desire to learn something new is also valid. And when you accept that for yourself, see what it opens up for you, right? Like what if you didn't need to have some kind of external and extrinsic motivating goal, and you can just allow yourself to enjoy the journey and the ride and the process of learning or the experience of meeting new people. Okay, so that's what I got on some of the more unique reasons why someone might decide to become a coach. Hope this has been helpful for you. Now, as a reminder, we do have a coaching fundamentals training that is coming up very soon. This is a free invitation for you, yes, you, to join us and meet a lot of the other amazing coaches inside Thriving Coach Academy. The link with registration information is in the description and the show notes of this episode, so click it and you can join us for the weekend. It'll be a lot of fun. It is a half-day Saturday, half-day Sunday event, and you'll learn how to coach from start to finish. You're going to learn how to navigate a coaching session. Whether you're just getting started or you're more experienced in coaching, you're going to learn different ways to take your coaching to the next level. So we'd love to have you join us. Seats are limited for this, so make sure you get registered right away. Before I finish this episode as well, I'm going to include a snippet from one of our students inside the Academy, and I want you to listen to their episode so you can be inspired by their path and also see how it applies to you. So enjoy their story, and I will see you in the next episode.
My name is Grant Holford. I am the Western Regional Sales Manager for a Swedish tooling organization. I got into a leadership position about 10 years ago and was introduced to coaching through, HR and kind of was assigned a coach that helped me with my employees. From that, it sparked an interest in me of coaching and helping blocks with my employees for higher performance. That set me down the road to where I found Thriving Coach Academy. I had a couple of concerns. One was a time commitment because of my full-time work. It's one of those things where you just need to jump in and go. If you want something bad enough, if you're passionate about it, and this is your calling, I really kind of just said, okay, if this is my calling, I need to do it. And it doesn't matter how much time I'm going to do it. I tend to do a lot of research when I'm making big decisions in my life. So I spent quite a bit of time looking at different organizations. I started by going through the ICF and looking at accredited organizations. I went through each one and kind of laid out, okay, here's the strengths and weaknesses, and this is what I was looking for. What I found with Thriving was it was a well-rounded program that wasn't just segmented into one thing. It had a really robust program. It seemed to me to be the one organization that had the most to offer. Before I joined Thriving, I've been coaching for several years, or at least I thought I was coaching. What I was doing really was mentoring. So when I got into the academy and I started to learn all the techniques and the specialties, it completely changed my world and how I interact with my employees, also with my coworkers, family, everyone. So I mean, to be honest, my mind was blown when I really learned the power of coaching and what it could mean to my life. It's significant. With Thriving, this is not a passive program where you can sit back and observe. You're invited to get engaged, get involved, and participate in the process of learning with others. The staff at Thriving Coach Academy is bar none the best training organization that I've been through, and has been very caring, engaged. They honestly want the best for you, and by doing that, they're going to challenge you. And it's fun. It's certainly a very introspective kind of process where you're going to learn a lot about yourself. I can't thank enough of the staff at Thriving for what they've given me in this gift. So as a sales leader, I've had an interest in coaching, and going through this program, I'm finding that my team is much more engaged and their performance is much more elevated. This is something that not only is working in my organization, but is something that my company wants to do throughout. I've also found that coaching for me is giving me a path moving forward where I can grow as an individual. I can grow within this organization. I also have a future of being a coach full time within this company, or the possibility of expanding my own personal business in the future as a side hustle or as a career. So the personal changes that I've recognized is that my active listening skills and connection with people is through the roof. I mean, I feel like I am more connected with everyone that I come in contact with on a daily basis. So that has really been transformational for me. The patience I have with others and the questions that I'm asking seem to be more meaningful, and that generates more connections and just better relations with everyone. I've seen it in my work life with my employees and people that I work with in my organization. I've felt that on a personal level with my wife, and our life together we've never been more connected to even my family and friends. You cannot not afford to do it. It's something that will be certainly meaningful to you in your life, give you a career that will be fulfilling, and not just a career, but a calling.
Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coach's secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.